Can I just ask you, Pelham, why you came to Liverpool itself, not just the north, but Liverpool itself?
Well, I found it very expensive living in London, and by then, Joe was in a nursing home, and he was from Wigan, and I had a brother up here, and I had in-laws up here, so I thought, I'd come up every summer, so I loved the northwest, and so I headed up here, and my husband said to me, he said, go and look at all the towns and see where you want to be. See, so I was moving in to a city because I wanted to be near a theatre. So I went to Manchester, went to Preston, went to Chester. The last place to call was Liverpool, and I drove to Aintree, parked the car by the station, got a bus all the way to Gyratory, which was called the Gyratory then, Queen Square. Then from there I got another bus to the airport, and then I came back. And there was one difference in Liverpool that I never encountered in any other place I ever went. No, never. Every time I left Pudley and got off the bus, they said, "Thank you, driver." And I phoned my husband up and I said, "I'm going to live in Liverpool." He said, "What?" I said, "Those people are nice." And I've always got on with Liverpudlians, they...
Yes, yeah, you're like me, you're a woolly back. Well, you
go to London for a week and I'm back within a day.
Yes.
You get on a bus in London and you hear nothing.
No, that's it.
You hear nothing.
No. People walk around with glum faces and don't say anything.
Yes, and, the taxi drivers help with this thing. My chair, they help me in and out of the taxis. A lot of them recognise me and... I'm fairly noticeable, so they help me. And people generally, if I go into a supermarket on my own, which is very rare, but I do sometimes, there's always somebody who'll reach up or reach down for you. So yes, I actually quite like Scousers.
So overall,
I'm an adopted.
You could recommend living in Liverpool then?
Well, now all my family are converted to it. Yeah. They think Liverpool is... Where else have I got? There's 5 theatre spaces I can visit. There are cinemas galore. Anna, who's from church, who's taking me out today, will go to lunch, and then we'll go to see a picture, and then she'll help me do some shopping because I need a new bath mat, and she'll help me and she'll carry it home and things like that. Wouldn't happen in London.
No. You'd be behind the doors.
Changes of Liverpool?
Well, I think I've actually lived in Liverpool now 22 years itself, because I lived in Burscough for 3 years before I actually ended up in here. And I think I'm lucky in that I live a mile from Liverpool 1. So being in a powered wheelchair, all the curbs between here and Liverpool 1 are made for me. If I go the other way, I don't know if you've noticed, but every driveway into a house, and they've got a curb either side of the driveway. And you think, what do people with buggies and people in wheelchairs do? I have it out with people every now and then. But I will tell you, I am holding forth, aren't I? You put me on my hobby horse, which is curbs.
Curbs. Curb appeal or non-appeal, as you might say. Yeah.
So if you go down Duke Street, it's...
Well, I don't go all the way. I don't go this top end.
Yeah.
I go either down Mount Street and Knight Street, or I go down DC and Hardman and that way.
Yeah.
And then I like Bold Street because I know everything. And I do go down Duke Street from the White House, from Chinatown, but not above it. It's too steep, and I don't want to be. But do you know what I am going to do? It's exciting. On the 25th of March, I'm going to do the Sports Relief Mile with the TA, with the youngsters from the TA. They're going to escort me and to stop people pushing me over.
Yes.
Where will that be?
Well, it's from, and I've never been down to it. What's that place where they built on the front? Looks like a ship.
The new museum.
By the museum, isn't it?
No. It's.
Is it Ballach?
It's where they have concerts and things.
Oh, the Echo Arena.
The Echo Arena.
Yes.
All right. So that's where you're going from.
From there, and as far as I know, there are at least 4, if not more, TA youngsters with me, and we're going to raise money for sports relief. And the reason I did that is because my husband was a great sportsman, even in his wheelchair, and archery, table tennis, swimming, anything he could do, until 1971, when they brought in the Chronically Sick and Disabled Persons Act. I'm on a hobby horse now, aren't I? And suddenly all the theatre doors shut, and the swimming pools didn't want you, and things like that, and you had to fight. There was a huge battle in the early 70s. I used to go up to the House of Parliament with him regularly. And
it was all when these health and safety acts started coming in.
Health and safety drives me absolutely mad, and political correctness makes me even more furious. You know, I can't use words which I used all my life, and I can't use them anymore. And for heaven's sake, what's wrong with England? You know, if it goes on much longer, I'll demand our own assembly.
You'll have to do a Melvin Bragg and speaking for Eldon.
I should go on Grumpy Old Women, because I do very well on
you and me both.
Oh, I think you're worse than me, because I'm not happy. You're not always as happy as me, because I'm happy when I get out with the youngsters, and I've never had such love as I've had from those little people at church. They've been really lovely.